been 2 years now since I've been driving my refresh Model S, and I clocked in about 40,000 miles on the odometer. And aside from this flimsy aftermarket spoiler, the complete body itself, it's actually holding up extremely well. Yes, there is common wear and tear. I don't have PPF on my car, wear marks here, but everything can be filled with like a paint pen. So minus those rock chips, the body itself, I really haven't been babying this thing, but it's in excellent condition. But admittedly, I had my fair share of some catastrophic failure, some tragic incident. This suspect is still at large, but here's the real footage of someone breaking into my car. But right here on my smartphone, I have the notes of the total cost of everything and how much this vehicle cost me in just 2 years. I'm including insurance, tire replacement costs, and other miscellaneous stuff. They say that if you don't have anything good to say, don't say it at all. Well, I'm not holding back. Although I am going to give you a list of cons of this car, it still is the most incredible and underestimated car, I feel like, in the world. And even though this is not a Plaid, the long range is still, I would classify it in the supercar category, as it easily has supercar numbers. For example, this is a dual motor vehicle, which means there's a motor in the front axle as well as one attached to the rear. And the numbers that it puts out is impressive because this actually has 670 horsepower and 732 pound-feet of torque. With these number combination on Tesla's website, it's able to achieve a 0-60 time of 3.1. But realistically, people have documented that Tesla is slightly underestimating their 0-60 time because people actually have documented that it could even achieve 0-60 anywhere between 2.9 as well as 3 seconds. And then, just like the Plaid, this too has Cheetah mode, as the suspension is indeed air-rise suspension, which can adapt to the condition to give you a sporty feel or a comfortable feel. All customizable, but talking about performance numbers is cheap. Here's a clip of the 0-60. Now, just like fine wine, this car continues to receive new features over time. The Christmas mode or Christmas light mode you see in the background, that's not one of them, but it is one of the new features that they integrated. Just ignore that dancing in the background. But the new important features that it got is the enhanced user interface, including the important shortcuts. And then the Tesla app also got some improvements as well, as you can fully customize it to your own personal preference, where you can actually save the functions you use the most on the home page of the app. And third-party Apple Watch support as well, because I actually can control my vehicle off my Apple Watch. So in case my iPhone is dead or I forget my Tesla key, I'm not left stranded. I can use my Apple Watch to not only get in the vehicle, but also drive with it remotely, as this technically is another digital key. And then I have it arranged so that this Tesla can automatically open my garage door, as well as automatically fold its side view mirrors inside the garage. And then as I exit out, it'll automatically unfold itself without me having to press a single button or fiddle with its display. The steering wheel. I have the yoke. Now it's optional if you want a traditional round steering wheel, but honestly, those that choose the yoke steering wheel are just enthusiasts in general. They just like to be one of those rebels that like to try things new. Now this steering wheel is questionable, but it's actually really easy to get used to. Although in my opinion, I think Toyota and Lexus does this slightly better, because let me go ahead and turn on the car. The way I rotate the wheel, you rotate it like a regular traditional steering wheel. Other vehicles, from my understanding, like Formula 1 cars, you don't have to do a full rotation to actually get your wheels to rotate. The way Lexus and Toyota does it is you slowly move the steering wheel. The more you move it, the more aggressive the wheels will actually rotate. So this one you have to do full rotations. Lexus and Toyota has it so you don't have to do a full motion to really get the wheels to move. So maybe this could be fixed by a software update, but that's how it works. Again, the steering wheel looks amazing. I like that I'm able to see my instrument cluster a lot, but personal preference, it's easy to adapt to. If you're a real enthusiast, you'll opt for the yoke. If not, you could play it safe with a traditional steering wheel. All personal preference, and this corner right here, wear and tear is starting to get it. I don't know how this happened, but I've been reading online that Teslas that experience this usually experience this like around 20,000. I think the reason why I made it to 40,000 and now just starting to appearing this wear and tear is knee movement. If you have your steering wheel super low, you rub against this, over time this will, it'll start looking like this. So that's the cause of that. If I'd known about this, I would have raised it up even higher, but yeah, that's usually the cause of this. And the button layout on the yoke is okay. It's not the greatest. The horn is still located right here. The center, if you do that, it doesn't do anything. So the horn is located here, unfortunately. And because of the horn location, I missed opportunity. I had a honk at somebody. So that's a con right there. It takes a while to get used to. I'm not used to that still. But I do like the columnless shifter because just like a Ferrari or a Formula One car, all your important controls are located here. It's all a personal preference, but this turn signal right here makes sense. I just wish right was on the right and left was on the left. But it is what it is. It doesn't take too long to get used to. I personally prefer the yoke if you want to know my honest opinion. Again, I just wish it was out, like closer, easier to turn radius. And turn signal will bring up your camera right here, which you can actually customize. So I'll go more into detail about this interface. Now I'm gonna manhandle the camera real quick. So I do have the aero wheels. I took them off because I'm having them detailed right now. So I have the rims clean. This is how it looks like without the aero wheels. The aero wheels are supposed to give the car more range, but since I took them off, they're a little bit less. Not bad. I kind of like the way they look. They're not that bad looking. And the spoiler is aftermarket. I'll have links to where you can get it in the video description down below. Again, earlier today, I showed you this. That's just due to the adhesive going undone. This is not stock. This is just me. I'm probably gonna have to redo it. Other things I changed on this vehicle, if you want to know, I added real carbon fiber covers on the mirrors, which look absolutely amazing, and carbon fiber covers on the cameras as well for aesthetic appeal, as well as some protection. And I also plastic dipped the Tesla emblem right here. And in the back portion, I did went ahead and remove the Tesla emblem, which oddly enough, Tesla decided to also do the same thing and copy my style. But now, come here, I have something to show you. Look at that. You see that? Look how already crowded that Tesla station is. Pretty soon, that is not just gonna be for Teslas, because Rivian, Ford even, a Volvo, and Mercedes are actually gonna start using the Tesla United States standard charger, which I believe that's the name. I'll have the correct wording right there. It wasn't. I was close, but it's actually called Northern America Charging Standard. Basically the same port that Teslas use. But they're actually going to start using the Tesla charger port on their vehicles. They're no longer going to be using the CTS. So they will be able to charge in the Tesla superchargers. So because of that, it's going to become an inconvenience to charge at a supercharger station for Teslas. So that's one of the amazing features about the Tesla is the reliable Tesla charging network. And pretty soon that's going to be gone, as mixed brands will now be able to charge at those already crowded Tesla stations. Come with me, I got more stuff to show you. Because this right here is Electrify America, and they can't get one simple job done, and that is the capability to accept any charger. Usually when I plug in one of these things, there's always something that's having a hard time communicating with the vehicle. Electrify America, fix yourself, because Tesla is taking your customers. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. Now let's go ahead and go home and talk behind a camera. Just spilled coffee. But the rear seats are great with a small screen in the back that does the job when it comes to backseat entertainment. You have access to Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, Twitch, and the sound system that this vehicle has is amazing. As a matter of fact, all Tesla vehicles actually have like the best sound system available in the market. I've tested a variety of different cars. The Escalade with its 20 plus speakers and all that other stuff. Nothing beats the Tesla, especially if you enjoy EDM or even vocal genres of song. Back here you control everything from the back seats, air vents, to everything, including the media controls, as well as you have the capability to adjust anything, temperature, climate, heated seats in the back. You can turn it on all back here. But if you have kids in the back, you don't want them to have access to this screen, you can always just lock it and control everything from the main display of the Tesla Model S, including the X, who also has this screen set up. And then just like the yoke steering wheel, the design without vents did took a while to get used to, but after using it more and more, I wish more car automakers would do the exact same thing by integrating these slick design air vents. I think it looks great and blows air just as hard as those traditional vents. Bioweapon defense mode is located here and all the other good stuff. Now, when it comes to storage, there's a lot of storage. I was able to actually fit an e-bike mountain bike back here once without having to take off any of the wheels. You have under storage back here for additional security. You have access to the frunk. Because of that, the thieves from earlier didn't take anything because I keep all my valuables secure in the frunk. The only way to open up the frunk is through the phone app, a key fob, or you have to use the actual car screen. But to access the screen, the vehicle has to be turned on with your phone or key fob, of course. Now to the follow-up of the story. This happened in Oakland, California. It's becoming so common over there that a lot of people would just bash the corner panel of their window just to fold down the back seat to see if there's any boxes or bags of stuff. If they find something, they will then bash the back window and steal what was in the back. This is so common that the black Audi you see in front right here was also a victim, and I talked to them. They told us that this is their 4th time of this happening. It happened so often that they actually decided to disable the latch to fold their back seats down. And then after making a phone call to the Oakland police, they told me that this is common and they have a dedicated section on their websites to file a police report for these type of incidents. I was on hold for 40 minutes when I called them, and at that time I actually had the whereabouts of their location. But I do have the car information and I'm not sure what to do with it. I could put it online and see what the public can do after this crime. Maybe they can determine if the vehicle was stolen or if it was hitting other people's property. If the owner is involved, I would like to pursue legal action for the damage. But again, Sentry Mode is amazing because it captures these type of situations. It's just unfortunate they really don't tell us what to do afterwards for these type of claims. I guess it makes it easier to file a claim for insurance, but I don't know what to do with this footage, so have fun. Let's do some justice because this is just getting ridiculous. It seems like we got to reverse back to medieval times where we actually cut the hands of thieves to prevent them from doing this again. But my lawyer advised me to say I'm being sarcastic. Now, as for the cost of this vehicle, something that Tesla doesn't tell you is in order to use some of these screen features, you need to be subscribed to Tesla Premium Connectivity. The first year is free, but then you'll need to pay $10 per month or $100 annually to access live traffic, Sentry Mode to be viewed on the app, satellite view for maps, video streaming, music streaming, internet browsing, and karaoke. This is due to the fact that the car needs to be connected to a cellular LTE connection, which for unlimited data, this isn't bad, just something you have to keep in mind to really use the Tesla features. You need to be subscribed for $10 a month. I only have autopilot on my Tesla, and in my opinion, that's all everyone needs. I tried full self-driving when I subscribed to it with their subscription option, and I didn't really find that much benefit from it because it is still in the beta stage, and I don't really find it worth more than $12,000. I believe that's how much it's charged, or $15,000 more. So it's not really worth that much, especially since it's not really full self-driving, and it's still, again, it's been in the beta stage for about a decade now. Especially when other car manufacturers are now doing this, and they're actually doing a better job because General Motors has Super Cruise, which works really well. I tried it. Ford has Blue Cruise. Even Kia has a nice autopilot system that works really well, and it's cheaper to have the capability to auto change lanes and handle autopilot situations phenomenal. Although they're more focused on highway use, where with Tesla Full Self-Driving, if you're a good beta tester, you then unlock the capability to drive it in city. But even so, I don't trust it based off all the videos I've been seeing online. So it's not there yet to be worth 15 grand in my opinion. But I have to admit, out of all the cars I had and owned, the advanced autopilot system that Tesla has, it's probably one of the most easiest ones to enable. You simply just push one button and it's on. Unlike other brands, you have to first enable the cruise control, and then you have to set a gap speed, and then you have to set a speed limit you wanted to achieve. And then autopilot may or may not be engaged. It's also compatible on some highways too. Tesla, it's compatible on any lanes really. You can even enable it in the city, which is not recommended, but you can. I primarily just use it on a highway and it works phenomenal in my opinion. But if you need the auto lane change capability and other summon mode features, other brands do it better than Tesla in my opinion for a much more affordable price. Now, according to Recent, a third-party app that allows me to actually track the data of my Tesla, ever since driving about 40,000 miles with my Model S, I've saved 1,721 gallons of gas driving close to 40,000. My battery warranty still has 6 years left, and based off my driving habits, at 100% charge, will get me an estimated range of 378 miles. I do drive joyfully, but with these aero wheel caps, I can probably get up to 405 miles if I actually do drive normally, not in insane mode. Now, as for insurance, this car alone in a multi-car policy does cost me $1,000, well, $1,124, which is about $2,248 annually just to insure this car. It honestly is very expensive, and the premium keeps going up throughout the years. So this car is expensive, but in terms of costs, aside from new tires, everything has been covered by warranty. So all the repairs I had to face and stuff like that, everything was covered under warranty. Aside from the deductible, thanks to the recent event, this car, I haven't really spent any money on repairs. But apparently, when it comes to tires, there are actually 3 options for the Tesla Model S. There, of course, is the premium 20-inch wheels that are scattered, and there's the non-scatter wheels. But I didn't realize this, but apparently Tesla was switching to a more economic wheel setup, since mine are scattered wheels. And because of that, even though they're the eco-friendly, I thought these were the economic ones, I don't get the maximum benefit when it comes to rotating your tires, since the dimensions are different, because these are scattered wheels. So which means it costs me more to replace, and it's challenging to find brands that actually match the scatter wheels dimensions. But tires cost me around $1,500 in total, including installation and such. And then in California, the registration fee is about $850. So for 2 years, this car has cost me a total of $8,940. Something tells me my Ford Raptor cost me about the same or a little bit less to own, because insurance on that thing is only $1,666 annually, and the tires on that thing last me a lot longer and cost about the same for all 4 KO2 tires. Repair costs cost me around $700, and the additional cost of gas, it's about the same, including oil changes. So about $8,900 is what it cost me to own this truck for 2 years, which is quite interesting. So truth be told, if you're trying to save money, don't get a Model S. However, my Model Y that I used to own was much cheaper and offered the same amount of storage space thanks to that high ceiling, in my opinion. And if you get the performance version, it's quick enough to easily get past daily traffic. And the insurance on my Model Y Performance costs the same as my Raptor, if I recall. Just the Model S is a supercar, because 0-60 time is extremely quick. It's supercar quick, except you do have to pay for that premium supercar insurance. But the way it looks, the way it handles, the insane mode that you can enable, this car is super fun to drive. Although it's not the Plaid, this thing could easily kick butt or destroy whatever vehicle comes next to it. And then soon, more additional features are said to be coming to the Tesla Model S, including charge by solar. If your home is equipped with Tesla Solar, you will soon have a charge by solar option. And then Bluetooth wireless controller support will now finally become available, which works incredibly well with the PS5. And then you'll soon be able to view multiple cameras at once with Sentry mode. And then they're also going to add a blue light filter on the Tesla display when you're driving at night. And then while editing this video, leaks has shown that AirPlay is actually coming to Tesla as well for better streaming audio quality improvement. So there's a lot of new features coming out to even this Model S still. And if you live around the Rockland area, this Tesla service center isn't the greatest. If you can go to the Dublin one, they are way more organized. The Rockland one always has communication problems and their techs don't really know what they're doing. One told me it's okay to mix match brands of tires. So after hearing that, I just went to American Tire instead. But if you look online, like tire brands recommend not mix matching treads. And then if you have mix match treads on an 80K vehicle, that just looks awful, especially since you're paying full price for tires. Nobody should be receiving mismatched tires in my opinion, but that service center recommended me that, so try avoid Rockland Tesla service center as much as you can. Anyways, if you're planning on buying a Tesla, please be sure to use my referral code and save $500 on your Tesla Model S build or even Model Y, X, or X. This way we both get Tesla credits and a nice little discount to spend on free charging or accessories. And if you're wondering what happened here with my doors not working or how I fixed all my door panel gap issues because Tesla service in Rockland couldn't figure this out, I explain how you could do it all on your own in this video over here. This way I don't have to repeat myself in case my viewers already watched that video. Anywho, thanks so much for watching. Take care and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.